Hi, Phil. I just want to ask you a couple of questions about Mum and get your opinion on things. Your favourite memory of Mary?
Favourite memory? I mean, now I haven't thought about this, but look, you know, you're asking me this question, but I guess if I just think about Mary, I think about the fact that I wouldn't have the life I have without Mary, because obviously I'm married to her daughter, who I sort of pretty hot for still. So I think that's an interesting thing. So I think about that. My life really revolves around that. I think, you know, from a memory point of view, we've got so many memories, and we spent about 15 years going down to Barwon Heads for holidays with John and Mary, and different people would come along, and it was just fantastic. And we'd go down there several times a year for 15 years. And I often remind General about that it was just the most fantastic time. And of course with Mary, I mean, the thing I worked out early with Mary was never say anything in any shape or form that would be cast dispersions on her families, negative against her family, her broad family, her immediate family, her broad family, anyone. I worked that out. That's not a good way to go. That's not going to get us anywhere. So I worked that out very early. So once I worked that out, it was pretty well smooth sailing. And Mary was I mean, when you think about mothers-in-law, I mean, she was just it was, for me personally, and she actually lived with us for a couple of years at one point there. She was just very light, easy, fun, and also for me personally, I don't know whether I was, you know, favoured or whatever, but she was like, just, Phil, do you want this? Phil, do you want that? And just, you know, it was just a very easy, enjoyable relationship for a very long time. And so enjoyable, in fact. I mean, not only did we go down to Barwon Heads, but Janine and I would often, every week, in fact, it was a bit of a ritual. We would go up to John and Mary's and, you know, drink. We just drink.
What's changed? What's new?
Nothing's really changed. Of course, I didn't drink when I first got involved in the family, but I've certainly coming down the back straight now.
You know what? Mum said exactly the same thing about meeting the Gleasons.
Is that,
yeah.
Is that right?
Okay, describe 3 words for Mary. Describe Mary in 3 words.
First word's vivacious, fun, and happy. There you go. That's, I mean, you know, that's sort of how I just, boom, you know, I haven't given that any thought, but that's just what I think.
What do you think she enjoyed most in life?
Oh, that's so easy. You know, she just enjoyed her family. It was so easy. She had her kids, and also John. I mean, I spent so much freaking time with him. I mean, talk about John. You know, she just, you know, she was in love with John, of course, and so it just makes things easier. It's much better than being involved with people who are sort of getting divorces and all that sort of crap, basically. Yeah.
Okay, and what do you think?
Nan's doing in heaven.
What do you think? Yeah, Nan's doing in heaven. Mary's doing in heaven.
What do I think? Well, yeah. I mean, look, I think she was pretty. You know, she loved footy. Maybe she'd be watching the footy replay. She loved having picking the horses. She's probably smoking, and she's probably having a drink. I mean, what else can you say?
The best things in life, hey?
Yeah, there you go.
So, what do you think she was most proud of?
Well, that's an easy one. It's her family. It's her kids. I mean, that was her whole life. And really, you know, when I think about that, that's a great thing. I mean, the world is so fucked today, basically. Yeah. And, you know, people getting off on all sorts of different things. And the fundamental thing is your health and your family, your relationships. And she certainly had that. You know, she had her family. We enjoyed it. We loved it. And we had it for a long amount of time. Yeah, so that's my answer.
And to that. One last question: What did you love most about Mary?
Well, you know, she made me feel welcome. She liked me. It wasn't a hard relationship. I mean, there are relationships out there that are hard, you know, but there wasn't a hard relationship. So when someone, you know, there's a camaraderie, and you know, we enjoyed each other's company. I never had one fight. I never had a bitter word. It didn't happen.
She's
basically
easy going.
It was just so It was a picnic.
Yeah.
It was a picnic, yeah. And so I had a picnic.
Anything else you want to say, Phil?
No, I think I've covered.